So there's no reason to feel anything but empathy for him. Why he did it, I don't know. I have no way of knowing. But he did it. And it was stupid. It probably didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
It's tough.
If you've ever considered giving up, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I've been very open about that and about the fact that I have had really low moments. We're not just going to call them low, we're going to call them hopeless, despair, misery. And the weight of the world, I don't think has ever felt more unbearable for a lot of us than it has right now. And so maybe you're feeling like you're left standing in the aftermath and wondering why you're feeling that emptiness. But if so, this is for you. Welcome to Loving Kindness Every Day, where you will hear everyday language such as 4-letter, 5-letter, or words that your mother might call profanity. Please be advised. I had a plan for March. I wanted to focus on mindset, mantras, and meditations for loving kindness, for bringing kindness into your life, for success and wealth, and just speaking those things over ourselves and into the world. But then on the 5th of March, my friend Bobby took his own life. And that's not his name, but we'll call him that, out of respect. I just couldn't continue as planned. I just couldn't continue as planned. So this is for him. Bobby was tall and had long hair and beautiful chocolate brown skin. And if you saw him maybe leaving the movie theaters, or if you were walking alone at night, you might clutch your keys or your purse a little tighter, because this world has you conditioned to fear people who look like him. But Bobby wasn't scary. He was meek and mild and harmonious, and he showed up for people, and now he's gone. Today I'm going to share with you someone who understands this loss all too well. A second-generation suicide survivor named TJ. He shared with me that his father took his own life and how that affected him.
So my name is TJ Murphy from Decatur.
But this isn't about Bobby. Not really. It's about you. It's about me too, but it's about you. It's about all of us and all this pain that we carry in the moments that we feel weak, and the reasons that make us stay. So let's talk. It was a little bit windy that day, so you'll have to forgive the audio, but I'm gonna do my best to let him tell you his story.
Why he did it, I don't know. I have no way of knowing. But he did it. And it was stupid. It probably didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Do you mind? We're recording.
You're
We're having a
recording right
conversation. Yeah, we're just having a conversation.
About suicide.
We were talking about suicide.
Nothing
yeah.
heavy.
Nothing heavy at all. I was literally just recounting the conversation that we had. Is it okay that I share with you?
Sure.
Because TJ was explaining to me that he's a victim of suicide, that his father committed suicide, and so he came into life, with that being a thing.
My mom was still pregnant with me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I never knew.
And I was saying to TJ that like literally like right before he came that we were just talking about this, and the fact that like honestly 4 times in one day last week the same message came to me. 4 times in one day. I woke up in the morning, my friend texted in a group text basically saying that his friend had committed suicide and he was having a hard time. Then 2 more times later in the same day, people will talk to me about suicide, and I was like, you know what? I don't care about the taboo. I don't care about, my show is called Loving Kindness Every Day, and every day is 1 word, not 2, because we don't do it every day. It's about everyday language, it's about everyday things. It's about the fact that like I'm gonna swear a little bit. I'm like, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, it's about, man, don't do it. Like, don't give up. Like, sometimes you just need somebody, and it's like we were talking about earlier, like, you just need that little, like, if you could just go to McDonald's, you know, you just go somewhere, like, something is gonna happen. Hop on a bike, stop and make friends. Hop on a bike and stop and make some friends, you know what I mean? But, like, I just feel like our Earth is too special. Life, I personally think, is a game. And like we're here, and like this is too organized. Everything, like if I take a little piece of your hair, and I take a piece of this wooden table here, we break it down, atoms, matter. It all comes to the same little infinite substance. So it's like, you're telling me that all of this intelligent stuff happened, and you're just gonna kill yourself and then like rest forever? Come on, you're joking. What are you on about? Like, come on, you gotta use your brain. It's like the biggest trick. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, so your life is really bad, and then like you wake up and you're like a new baby in Indonesia, or like what if you're like I was saying to us earlier, like what if you're like 10th in line of like some African family or something like something really horrible. It's like legitimately like, okay, I thought my life was bad now, but like, you know what I mean? And so I guess that's my big thing. I just want to talk to people and encourage them and be like, just like come on, bro. Like, also use your brain. Like, I feel like you're smart enough to realize it's probably not going to work, and like what could happen then? Could it be worse?
Yeah.
Way worse.
It could always be worse. I think, I don't know, we say that so much that like it doesn't have, like the meaning of it doesn't have resonance, but I mean it can always, if you're breathing, it could always be worse.
And it could always be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also changing your mindset about it to make it better.
Yeah.
Because you can go all day, oh, I'm so sick, I'm so tired, I'm so sick, I'm so tired, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that. And then everything in your life just repeats after that existence. And then you actually end up sick, and then you're in the bed, and then you're like, well, I'm so sick and tired.
Well, like, I think I was lucky to find out. So I didn't find out about my dad until I was 30. It was an aunt. My wife and I had moved to DC, and an aunt lived up there. So we went out to dinner, and she told me, I never knew. And so she told me that her brother-in-law had killed himself, my dad. So, no, I didn't know that. She's like, do you want to know how? No, I'm having difficulty processing this. But here's the thing, ever since then, you know, you always worry that you have it in you yourself. You know, you obviously got depressed, and I know I've had, you know, depressed times. And so I was always like, there was always like this thing lurking there. And so what I did was I developed strategies to kind of know when I'm starting to get a down mood. And like I told you, like one of the strategies is to exercise, to get really, really active. You know, when I'm still working, be really active at work, start up new projects, nest building. I don't know if you've done that. So nest building is like just rearranging a room, you know, just changing things around, straightening up, cleaning up, putting stuff away. So I do that kind of stuff. I just knew that if I did that kind of stuff, that would give me enough time to kind of
chill out.
Give me something to where I'm not so focused on, you know, my mood state, and more focused on something that's silly and irrelevant, but it gets you through the period.
Yeah.
So get through it.
I love that. Yeah, it really does. I love that.
And now it's stuff like this, you know. Like,
oh yeah, there we go. It's lovely. And you're really doing it now.
I really
actually.
needed a basket for my e-card.
Yeah.
Oh, now I need a new bike. Darn it.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you've ever considered giving up, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I've been very open about that, and about the fact that I have had really low moments. We're not just going to call them low, we're going to call them hopeless, despair, misery. And the weight of the world, I don't think has ever felt more unbearable for a lot of us than it has right now. And so maybe you're like feeling like you're left standing in the aftermath and wondering like why you're feeling that emptiness. But if so, this is for you. There's just so much vastness in this earth and in this planet and where we live and what's beyond our galaxy and the 2 trillion galaxies, each with its own billion stars and the planets and the possibilities. And all of this amongst like infinite stars and infinite distances and infinite possibilities, but there's just one Earth. There's only one place where air is just right, where water flows, where there's life, and it's right here. And on Earth, there's only one you. Even if you're a twin, your twin is not you. There's only one you that's had your experiences, that knows the people that you know, that's connected to those people. And I'm telling you now that it hurts when that person goes. It's gonna hurt everyone when you leave. And I'm not convinced that you're gonna leave. Personally, I think that my friend Bobby was recycled again. I think it's like hitting reset button on your Mario game and it just started all over again in some new place in some other location in somebody else's belly. And it's gonna forget all of the experiences and just do it all over again. Tired soul once again. Because I just think this is all too specific to be made randomly, to be made without an intelligent force, a creator. And I think that suicide is too easy. It doesn't make sense. How can you just have to suffer through life so long as a child, as we all do? Some of us have happy childhoods, but really, we all just grow up wanting to be adults. You just want to get there. And then you do, and then you realize, oh, I can just go down to the local store and I can buy myself death and I can check out. I don't know, man, you're right. I can't prove it, and none of us can. But it just seems a little too convenient. It just seems a little too suspiciously convenient. Some people say life is a game. One of my favorite books is The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel. And if life is a game, then I don't think that you can just exit out at your own terms and enter into eternal bliss of nothingness and sleep. I just think it's too easy. So, I believe that I can decide to have a better life and a good life. I can decide to change my mind and my life at any moment in time. I really, truly do. I believe that I can decide. I'm going to encourage any believers out there, those people of faith who decide things and watch the universe, God, Allah, Ra, Buddha, whatever you believe in, whatever your faith is based in. It doesn't discount you from having a hard time. It doesn't discount you from hard thoughts. It doesn't discount you from suffering. I was raised in the Christian tradition, so I know the Bible very well, and I know that James tells us to count it all joy when we suffer various and unique trials of different types. We hear the Apostle Paul in 2 Timothy encouraging us as he's literally in jail, going to be killed. And so we see various suffering. And we know that, at least Christians know that, they're not going to bypass that. I'm not as well versed in other religions, but I will say that I know that Buddha also said that life is suffering. So the Buddhists will agree that we cannot escape suffering. But I do believe that joy is separate from that. I do believe that joy is a deep-seated thing that comes in the heart and that wells up from inside, even in those moments when everything is going really wrong. And you could just be real beaten up. And you still somehow smile with blood in your teeth. Because you know that it was worth it, or you were getting beat up for a cause that was necessary, or there's something that your suffering isn't in vain when you can smile through pain. You know, y'all, I don't know why since January it has been for me a hard year, this 2025 thing. But I know that we can decide. We can all decide together. And I also know that when two or more stand and agree on a thing, it's done. So I'm going to decide for me that I'm done with this. I'm done with having a hard time. Easy and light is my way, because that's what Jesus said, and I'm standing on that. My burden is easy and my yoke is light. And I'm standing on easy and light. And so I'm just asking God to be God and to show up, because we've seen it before in history. Historians know that empires have fallen and people have emerged even better. And so it's okay if everything that we used to love and know falls away. I somehow think that there's going to be a better and brighter day on the other side of this night. And I choose that, and I've decided that for me. I've decided that no matter what, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against me in condemnation will be cut down. And so that's what I've decided for me. And if you're here, especially if you're in Atlanta or in America, you're in an English-speaking country anywhere, daggone it, stand with it as well. In Australia, you can have it too. You can decide right now what you're going to have for you. And I hope that you do. And if you believe deeply in creating space for these types of conversations, please support my work. Donate to the show. Donate using $ Kindness Calloway on Cash App. Visit kindnesscalloway.com and shop the Loving Kindness Everyday Market. Support Bentley Fortune and use coupon code KindnessTheKid. Or simply share this episode. Every action that we take helps us to continue to create and to support a community that is growing but vastly needs each other. And we must stay connected or we will not make it. Nobody needs to face this world alone. And if you feel like you are and you don't have your people or your community, then reach out to us. Join the circle of kindness. Engage with our podcast community and know that you have people here that love you and they need you and that will mourn with you and that will mourn for you if you go. So please don't go. Please stay. want to invite you right now to listen. Take a breath. Here are some thoughts to help here for when things feel like they're going all wrong. The past doesn't matter. The past isn't here. They're not here. It's just you. It's just me.
I am here.
We're here.
Because I am needed.
Together. And you're not alone.
I am needed. Because I am here. I'm here. Because I'm needed. I am here. Because I am needed. I am needed. Because I am here. My pain is real, but so is my resolve. I am resolved to work through this pain. My life is more than what I feel in this moment. I have survived every hard day before this one. I can survive today too. I can survive this moment if I can't make it through today. I can make it the next 60 seconds. I can do that. I can make it for another 60 seconds. And then I'll try one more. I can make it through the next hour now. That feels better. I am suddenly feeling better. I can cry to make myself feel better. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad in this moment. It's okay to feel. My feelings are valid, and I'm allowed to accept them and express them in a constructive and calm way. My intention is to keep going, even if I can only take this little small step at a time. I will keep going. I am allowed to give myself grace. I intend to be gentle with myself, especially when I'm having a hard time. I can choose to do something fun today. I intend to recognize that my pain does not define me, and it does not limit me. I intend to honor my survival and remind myself of the hard times I have been through before and how I have survived those. I intend to stay open to the possibility that things can get better. I hope to stay open to the possibility that things can get better. I will stay open to the possibility of things getting better.
Some nights I can't sleep. I say my prayer. And then I lay there and I just say, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Guess what? I wake up the next morning, wow, I didn't know I had fell asleep.
I love that.
Donate to the show. Donate using $ Kindness Calloway on Cash App. Visit kindnesscalloway.com and shop the Loving Kindness Everyday Market. Support Bentley Fortune and use coupon code KindnessTheKid.